Yes, yes. Lucky number 13. As you can see, I'm completely drenched. I've not jumped in a swimming pool or anything crazy like that. I'm just back from a 7 mile run. And from what I can see, bit my lip in the process. So, fantastic. That was obviously how hard it was. No, it was easy enough. It was 8.5 minute mile. Again, not trying to break any records. Just keeping up the fat burning process. Just keeping things ticking over as far as that goes. During the week there, as you've probably seen, I had another weigh-in and I was up like a kilo and 3 pounds or something along those lines. In fact, sorry, about 1.3 kilo I think it was from the previous week. So that made me a little bit curious of why that was. But one of the things you have to remember when you're trying to lose weight at any time, the scales are a good indicator, fair enough. If you want to go down with the scales, fine, but you also have to remember that the scales fluctuate a lot. Don't always panic or start worrying when you see either the scales go up a little bit or you don't see a change at all from week to week. There's a number of different factors that can change the scales, basically. The different kind of things that can cause it to make a reading higher or lower. Dehydration, what you've ate that day, what you've put out that day, to put it in a kind of better terms. Tons of things. There's a lot of different things. You can be holding on to a bit more water that day. It's just there can be certain biological changes. Electrolyte levels can cause certain changes to cause your weight to fluctuate, basically. So the main thing is when you see the scales go up, go down, good. If you see them go down, good. It's a good indicator, but just don't dwell too much on it if you see it stay the same. The best way that you can gauge yourself is by looking at your body. Me, when I'm coming down in weight, I've been taking progress pictures. That is the best thing you can do. Second to body fat percentage. That's the real way to see if you're losing body fat. But taking progress pictures is a great way to track it. Excuse me. Again, it doesn't fluctuate with what you've ate. Depending, if you eat a lot of stuff and then go and get your picture took, your stomach's going to be bloated. If you try and do it at the same kind of time every week, every second week, whatever, then you're able to get a good indicator of how much you've actually lost. So again, progress pictures and body fat percentage is how I'm going to go down. That's the way I'm going to gauge it for decreasing the weight. And the good thing is, if my weight stays the same or my weight gets heavier and I'm losing body fat, then apparently I'm putting on muscle mass, which I'm not going to complain about that at all. That's a great thing for me. So this week overall has been pretty damn good. Obviously, the weekend I had the cheat meal, which made me feel like crap, but again, I'm not going to go into that. So this week has been a successful week again. I've come down visually from what I've seen. I'm starting to see things get tighter as far as like muscle wise goes, and getting a little bit more vascular. There's more veins coming out. A lot of people don't like that, so that's going to freak some people out once we get a little bit lower. Just certain things facially starting to get a little bit drawn in. Still got the chipmunk cheeks as always, but that's not going to go regardless of how low in body fat I get. And one other thing is, I'm in two minds whether to take this to the next level as far as where I'm actually going with the transformation. So I think that over the weekend I'm going to do a lot of thinking. I'm going to take some things into consideration, and then I'm going to make an announcement, I think, the start of next week as to what my plans may be. Because as the weeks go on and as I start to progress more and more, it's motivating me more and more just to take it to the next level. I've mentioned before, I'm an extremist. I don't like to do things a little bit when I know that I can go the full haul, the full way. So that's the kind of mindset I'm at just now. So the beginning of next week could be a different turn to the video blogs.